Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Phil.
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast. Right here on 97.3 ESPN. The 97.3 ESPN. Oh, that. Good morning.
What up, Billy?
Quast.
Good morning, Billy. Good morning.
And look, this is you went over and above today. You're not feeling well. You know, you're struggling, but you're dedicated, and you can get out of bed. You get yourself in on your way in, and I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Okay, it's fine. We'll knock this.
How was your week?
It was good. The week was good, busy like always, and so it was fun.
Okay.
So the weekend is here.
There's so much to talk about in so little time. But we got to get a lot off our chest today. And I write my article every Friday, I should say, 973ESPN.com, where I wrote about the Flyers and all the troubles that they're going through. But the worst thing, and we're gonna get into it, but I have never been so embarrassed and humiliated. I wasn't even at the game, but if I was at the game against the Rangers, no, I would be probably in fight. There were more. The Wells Fargo Center looked like Madison Square Garden, Q.
Yeah, there was more. That's never good.
I have never seen
opposing fans, wearing their blue and red, and the Rangers stuff.
The Rangers have always had people come to our games,
But not the masses.
Not the masses. Like, you didn't see any orange and black jerseys. I talked to a few people that were at the game. They said it was a disgrace. They've never seen anything like it. Now, Eagles fans travel well. Our fans, I'll never forget the game in L.A. when they were playing against the Chargers. The Eagles fans were there.
Yeah, they do travel well.
But you're talking about the San Diego Chargers who just moved from San Diego to L.A. They were playing in February.
Right, that's when they're playing in the StubHub
Arena. They're playing in February.
Soccer stadium.
So I understand that. But you're not with a tradition like the Flyers have.
Yeah, the Rangers, it's a train ride down from New York, or it's a quick drive. But plus, I think there's a lot of open seats because
exactly.
The Flyers stink.
The Flyers stink.
They stink.
I'm glad you said that. So I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask everybody in here. Is it whose fault is it? Is it the fans for not buying the tickets?
No,
is it
the
fans? Is it the fans for not buying the tickets? Is it the Flyers front office organization for not giving it to the players? Is it the players' fault?
It's the organization.
It's the organization. The players can only do what they can, but the organization is not creating and building a team.
I cannot tell you how. Like I had friends of mine call me from New York. I have a lot of buddies and friends that live up in North Jersey and Manhattan that are Rangers fans. And they call. I had 3 phone calls from 3 fans leading up to the Rangers game saying their sons are coming down. They just got Tarasenko from the Blues. They just traded for the Blackhawk,
Patrick Kane.
Patrick Kane, right? The Rangers fans are energized. They got 2 marquee players. The Flyers, there was like 46 trades in the NHL, and they only made like 2 moves, 41.
They're not committed this year. I think they should tank.
I know.
They should tank.
Well, they should, but they didn't.
That's the problem.
I mean, now it's so late in the process. I mean, you got a month and a half basically left of the season, and now you're basically in limbo.
Who's worse, Cowboys fans or Ranger fans? What do you think?
What do you mean?
Like obnoxious.
Cowboy fans.
Cowboys. Okay.
Yeah, who are those Ranger fans?
Because Cowboy fans are frauds. Ranger fans come down from New York. They're real fans.
But here's the thing: Ranger fans also don't try to throw it in your face.
Right. No. I've had some. Listen, back in the day, I've been up in Madison Square Garden. Here come to my pocket. But I wasn't wearing Flyers. No way. I don't rub it in people's faces.
No.
I was in Chicago.
You can't use being an enemy territory.
Ready for this? I went to the Stanley Cup in Chicago, Blackhawks Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
When the Penguins played the Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup. I'm not even rooting for anybody. I was there enjoying the game. Hawks playing for Pittsburgh. I got to talk with the fans there.
Really?
Blackhawks fans are tough. You just know.
Yeah, Chicago.
The problem is you, Billy.
No, it's not. All right, so ready? Here's the story. I'm in New York, Madison Square Garden. Flyers, Rangers,
We
game
need to get this
6.
sponsor. Story time with Billy Schwein.
Oh, this is a good story. I'm at Madison Square Garden, game 6, Flyers, Rangers. I think it was in either late 80s. I don't know specifically. Okay, I'm with a couple of really good friends of mine. We're at the game. I don't have any Flyers gear on.
Okay.
I'm in the urinal, and I was overheard by a Rangers fan saying something to the guy, my buddy next to me, about the Flyers.
Yeah.
Like you could tell that I was a Flyer, but I wasn't going, we're number one. I wasn't doing anything like that. I wasn't being obnoxious. Guy behind me dumps a beer in my back pocket.
Oh,
I turn around. There's like 6 big Rangers fans.
That's not good.
Just walk
I
by.
like it. Excuse me, sorry.
I didn't say anything. I was pissed.
Put it
But,
back.
at least it was beer. It wasn't something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then we would have a problem.
All right, let's get back to the Flyers.
Being at the stadium the other night, I wasn't there. A couple friends of mine were. He said it was all blue and red. Rangers jersey. Red, white, blue. You saw a pattern of Flyers fans.
Well, what's happening. I mean, they're not playing good
It's a
hockey.
disgrace.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
I was humiliated. I was embarrassed. And the Flyers can't protect their home ice.
It's not good.
That's not good. I mean, the Flyers are 5-6-3 in their last 14 home games. At home. They're losing record at home, Joe.
Yeah. So where do we make the change at?
I think the GM's got to go.
The GM got to go.
We're going to get into
Well,
that.
the GM and the coach have to go then too.
No, the coach is not the problem. They just got the coach, Tortorella.
Okay,
Oh, by the way, guys, I love him. I think he's saying all the right things. We're going to get into some of his quotes.
Tortorella is not the problem because of the fact that he's gotten more out of this group of players than anyone else would have.
Well, that's what
He's
they
not
want.
playing-
That's his MO.
Yeah.
No case playing way above talent.
Absolutely.
Right now. And you got to get the coach. You could argue that. Brad, you mentioned earlier about tanking. You can blame the coach for not tanking if he's got the
He's got
players.
him playing good.
Yeah, the GM, like, they just didn't have. They just depleted
This
it.
is different.
No, it is because gosh, there's no direction. They don't know where they want to go.
Also, Hinkie didn't lie to people. Hinkie said you were going to tank.
Right.
Chuck Fletcher has been lying for the last couple of years, trying to make it like they're going to be competitive, and he's done nothing. Actions speak louder than words. Right, Billy?
Absolutely.
Does that fly in Philly?
No,
That attitude? No, it doesn't fly.
you gotta be honest. You gotta call a spade a spade. You have to tell it like it is, or you're gonna get. That's one thing about the Philadelphia fan. They're intelligent.
There are 2 hockey fan bases right now who are booing their GMs, and one of them is the Flyers fan base.
Yeah, no doubt. So we got Flyers on the dock today. We'll talk about that. I've got some quotes that I want. So Q, you're valuable as a former player. You can give us. It doesn't matter what it is. You played at a high level.
Okay, so the quotes, you're asking the quotes, or was it sincere?
We're
Okay.
going to play on the other side.
Okay.
Then we're going to talk about. I want to talk about the Eagles and the combine. I know you've been watching a lot of
Yeah, I
that.
love the combine.
And you participated.
Participated. Yeah.
How much pressure is on an individual, an athlete, to do well, like the 40-yard dash, the jump, jumping from stage still, like all the
Yeah, it's
the Wonderland.
Wonderlic and all the interviews you go through the first day. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure for student athletes.
So we're gonna get into that. Of course, the Sixers and the Phillies. We'll talk about. We'll play some of Nick Sirianni and how we do comment in the hour too. Got a new advertiser. They were Circle Liquor. Circle Liquor is a landmark.
Yes, it is.
It's a landmark. It's a tradition. You can't go into the city without stopping by Circle Liquor.
Well, you have to because there's no other. They have like a captive
They
audience.
got the select. Like
That's
they
true.
do.
They
When
have
you
a
walk
captive
in, it's like
They got everything.
they got everything.
They do.
And
It's
they got the
incredible.
most competitive prices around for welcome check and Circle Liquor to our sponsors. As always, we always have great sponsors in the show. In the first hour of the locker, powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and the to facilitate real estate purchases. Surety nationwide team of experts to help you the entire process. From contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey, PA, that's Surety Title. More information, call my good friend Ron Kaplan at 856-988-89. Folks, I'm here to tell you about Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 and Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg. Just 8 minutes over the Ocean City 34th Street Bridge. Straight shot. Old school bar, 18 big screen TV sales specials are open every day at 11 a.m. Celebrating 15 years in business. Thursday night is midnight. $1 wings, $1.50. Domestic crafts. They got live music every Friday night. Private party. Give Dave Lavari a call. Dave's a great guy. 609-628-2225. That's 609-628-2225. Ask for Dave Lavari. All right, when we return, we'll see more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein and Brad Cross. Right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers.
Breaking down a little bit of this.
Calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Shoots it from 12 and a 10. Tough shot without a foul right there.
The Sixers are in Milwaukee to face the Bucks. Tonight, coverage begins at 8:30. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the show. Over 1,600.
Tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Ever since we got Xfinity Mobile, the whole family now has the fastest mobile service. My little brother has no idea how lucky he is. Back in my day, we didn't have it nearly as good.
Oh yeah? Back in my day, you couldn't even stream outside the house.
Please, back in my day, we had phones with cords, and they were mounted to a wall.
Forget phones. Back in my day, we wrote letters. Remember, Herman?
Your grandmother would write me pages.
Vintage texting. Cool.
Visit your local Xfinity store and switch to Xfinity Mobile, the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. Plus, while you're there, see how you can save up to $800 on the new Samsung Galaxy S23 series with qualifying trade-in and device payment plan. Visit XfinityStores.com to find a store near you. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Offer ends 3/31 while supplies last. Comcast analysis of mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data from Ookla Speed Test Intelligence in Q4 2022.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Right. No, man. 2 years ago, Josh, we had on the show 2 years in a row. Was it 2 years? 2 years ago. 2 years ago. We had him on twice. I think it was 2 years ago. And at that time, Josh, I'm sure you'll remember this correctly. Everybody was happy with Chuck Fletcher when he first got here. Remember, he brought in a couple big names. He brought in Atkinson. He brought in Cam Atkinson, Ellis.
Well, even before that, remember he brought in Hayes. Free agency. He was making moves.
We were calling him Trader Chuck.
Well, you were calling him Trader Chuck,
right? But he was
doing something.
But he was doing exactly.
He was doing something.
He was doing something, and it was everybody was in agreement with it. It wasn't until the wheels fell off when he had to deal with all the injuries. Now, Q, as a former player, injuries are part of the game.
Part of the game.
So you can't. Can you judge a man, a GM by everybody? Josh, am I wrong? Everybody was in favor. Everybody was singing his praises 3 years, 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Well, listen,
it's not his fault that the players got hurt.
No, you can't. The injuries, it's what have you done for me lately, though?
Right.
I mean, so you can't predict guys getting hurt and the length of how long
and
they're
long in contract.
Yeah, and so you just got to roll with it, and you make sure you better have people waiting in the wings to.
And that's the key, though.
And
they didn't have anybody waiting in the
anybody.
wings.
Yeah.
They threw all their chips in with, for example, Ryan Ellis, who, by the way, had an injury history before he got to the Flyers.
Right. So he took a chance.
And he took a chance on him, and it's completely failed.
Now, when he first got here, they traded away Wayne Simmons in exchange for Ryan Hartman and a 2020 fourth-round pick. That didn't turn out to be any Timo Nikolai or whatever. Nothing happened with that. I traded around a fifth round draft pick for the rights to Kevin Hayes. Okay, I think that was a positive thing. He traded Nolan Patrick and Phil Myers for Ryan Ellis, and there you go. There's two high draft pick. Well, at least Nolan Patrick was, and you get anything in return?
No, nothing in return. So that he rolled the dice, took a shot, and didn't pay out for him.
So things haven't gone well for Chuck Fletcher. But to add insult to injury, the product on the ice isn't good. Fans aren't showing up. Ranger fans come down, dominate the Wells Fargo. It's a disgrace.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. We're talking about the orange and black.
Yeah, it's embarrassing when there's more. Your opponent fans are there. That's not good.
All right. So Tortorella was interviewed the other day, and we're going to play a couple cuts, and I want to get your breakdown of this, Q, as a former player. The first cut. Tort says he was unaware of what he was walking into. And I thought this was pretty, I don't know. This is pretty telltale, a pretty telltale sign that things are not right at home.
Wow.
Wow. Huh? Wow.
So
first of all, if you're going into a situation as head coach, don't you investigate everything?
Well, you do.
Or because he's just a hockey coach, he wasn't aware of all the other things.
I think hockey is a different sport compared to other sports. Hockey, you're there just to kind of coach them on ice and so on and so forth. They're not in hand and glove like football is with the GM and the head coach, basketball and so on and so forth. So I think he's flat out saying that there's a lot of stuff that he disagrees with the ownership and the GM and things, the scouting and
everything from A to Z.
And he said he basically come out and blasted him. Said, I don't agree with that, and I have no idea that they're that meddling, and that's his problem.
Meddling.
They're meddling.
All right,
they're
that's
meddling.
a good word.
And I think the big key is what Brad said is the ownership. The Sixers the Flyers have a very unique and bizarre ownership situation. They basically have an absentee landlord who's a big corporation, and they have one guy, Dave Scott, who's supposed to be like the tenant for the landlord. Yeah. And even nobody knows what the goal of these people are in terms of owning a team, except for the fact that they, for lack of a term, feel obligated to.
Yeah, it's just a write-off for them. They have no idea. Comcast, the corporation, it's a toy.
All right. I just got a text message.
It's a toy
from a friend of mine who is a very big Flyers fan. Ever since the Flyers took down the Kate Smith statue.
Oh, there we go.
All right, that's
Sell the
ridiculous.
team.
Sell it.
It's obviously ridiculous. He's making a joke. He's got it in capital letters, but it's funny to read. This team's got problems, and
it's got problems.
There's so much. There's so much stuff that's just get out there and play hockey.
But it's not that simple.
It isn't that simple. And when the head coach is saying he didn't have any idea with the around surroundings and the minutia, and that's scary. That's scary. That means if he feels that way, that's resonating with his players, and that's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
That's
a clubhouse problem.
What he just said there is like significant.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. That's almost where somebody
corporate Comcast.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's almost where if Josh
we're more worried about the perception of the team,
of course,
and how they are in the community than actually get out there and win on the ice.
Yeah, that's heads got to roll.
They're not going to. This is a different generation that we live in.
I know.
But just because it's a different generation doesn't mean that, like, you look around the rest of the NHL, not every team in the NHL has this problem. Not every team in the NHL.
That's right, because that's what I just said, Josh. They are more concerned about how they look how they look to the rest of the country, how they are perceived as an organization, instead of just concentrating on winning in the NHL.
Because you got to understand, Comcast owns them. Comcast Corp
so
owns
what?
them. So
they get rid of it, sell.
Yeah, but they got to be so politically correct, and so
that's the point.
They got to be so cautious of their brand, that their workhorse, which is Comcast Spectacor, that they don't care about this.
By the way, they have an estimated 1,700 less fans in the stands.
Well, they should
this year than they did in 2019.
They're telling them they don't
20.
like. They're telling them they don't like the product on the ice.
They don't. It stinks.
It stinks.
So clean house.
It stinks.
Right, there's
it
another.
Stinks. Well, how are you going to clean house? The corporate culture is the corporate culture.
Right.
They don't care. It's a write-off to them.
All right, let's go to this one. Let's play Tortorella saying that there's a lack of professionalism. When do you hear this one?
Ooh.
Oh, it's so.
Wow.
How about that?
So here's
is he talking about Bobby Clark?
Well,
is he talking about Paul Holmgren?
Yes, I think.
Is he talking about Bill Barber?
Yeah, see, that's the key. See, I don't know.
Talking about all those look, I was here. I was 16. I was in sixth grade in 60. That's 74, 75.
Entitlement.
I love those guys. You win in this town, you can walk on water. You get look at Jason Kelsey will never have to buy a drink or a dinner when he goes out ever again. But there comes a time where those guys, Bobby Clark, Bill Barber, as much as I love those guys, it's time for them to go.
But the difference is, we just said about Jason Kelsey. So there's a local business owner who was telling me a couple weekends ago that Jason Kelsey came to their diner, and they were going to say, "Hey, we're going to cover your bill. You're Jason Kelsey,
Yeah, right.
And he said
right.
no, and he didn't just pay for his bill. He went above and beyond to take care of the staff and give them a tip and everything, and took pictures with them and all kinds of stuff. They asked, like, "Hey, you might be posting on social media." He's like, "Oh no, let's do it."
Right.
So, like, there's a huge difference between that, and then these guys who they won so long ago, and they think they're above it all.
Right,
and
but
better than everybody else.
Like, I had a nice conversation with my good friend, former Flyer Jeff Harding, and he said, "Listen, it's time to move on. Got to get rid of that whole mentality. He's got to go."
It's hurting the team organization.
All right, let's get one more in here. Let's get the number 3. Let's get Torts understands the fans' frustration, because we're frustrated. True that.
Yeah,
he's saying all the right things.
He's saying all the right things. But here's the thing,
because he's not used to saying his MO is he doesn't say the right thing. He says what he feels.
Yeah, but the statement before Is it the guys that changes like the Clark and that crew, or is it really going after the corporate? I think it's more of the corporate.
But they're the ones that keep those people in place.
Yeah, but you're right. But I think it's more the corporate, how it's handled by Comcast. I think it's higher than that.
All right. By the way, the Flyers made $190 million in revenue last year. No wonder they didn't want to sell the team.
Yeah,
they're not going to sell that team. It's a cash cow.
Yeah, don't forget that number does not include the TV money. That's just revenue generated from the team jersey sales.
So what's their EBITDA? Is that revenue or that's their in sales?
That's revenue. That's just revenue.
So, okay, so you got overhead.
I mean, you see it. What are you going to get rid of that for?
They make money.
Ed Snyder be turning over in his grave.
Oh, he was. Yes,
of course he is. Right. It's a complete joke that this organization is run by an ownership that has shown a complete disdain for what the franchise is supposed to be about.
Let's get the last one in here before we go to break, because Tortorella says, hey, they're not respected around the league. Go figure that, Q.
That, you know what that is? That's a shot at the front office.
That's the front office.
That's a front office. That's front office.
But I think it's trying to be diplomatic in the way he says it.
Yeah, of course he did.
Which is good.
It's good.
But at least he got that message out.
See, that's it. All three of them now. If you listen to all three of those quotes, they all tie into the front office and the culture and the corporation Comcast itself and how they're represented and what they're thought of on the other teams.
And I think, Josh, and I'll let you get the last word in before we go to break. I think that Tortorella he gets an A+ for that interview.
I agree.
The way he was diplomatic, he watched, he obviously didn't offend anybody, but he got the message out. It needed to be said, and he said it.
I just want to remind everybody that every media network has ever owned the team has never won a championship.
That's right.
Remember that.
They don't have to.
CBS used to own the Yankees. They sold to George Steinbrenner. Right. We know that history. Fox used to own the Dodgers years ago. They sold that. Remember, the Dodgers didn't win a championship the entire time Fox owned the Dodgers. And now Comcast Spectacor is owning the Flyers.
So
just something to keep in mind.
So does one of the Roberts come knock on the door and say, excuse me, you need to come see.
But Ed Snyder's rolling over. That's great.
Oh, my gosh, he is.
All right.
Yes, he is.
First hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Hey, a new wind is blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV is officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With a class-leading space and advanced driving technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive your all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800 to schedule your test drive today. Ask for Michael Pileggi. He's a good guy, and he loves Philly sports. All right, when we return, we'll talk with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tomorrow on ESPN Radio.
Bounces it off the glass, flushed by Davis.
Both the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors are fighting for a spot in the postseason, and they go head-to-head in L.A. this weekend.
Outside Thompson for three, it's good. Are you kidding?
The Golden State Warriors at the Los Angeles Lakers. Coverage begins tomorrow at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
It's the NBA on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee. Those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again and again, calling again and again.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Breaking news.
Tax refund shock is everywhere, but what is it?
My tax refund shrank.
Mine too. The culprit? Pandemic-related stimulus payments and tax credits expiring. In this reporter's opinion, you need a tax expert.
Hey guys, Jackson Hewitt guarantees your biggest refund.
And tax prep is 50% off? Going there now.
50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Did you know Nissan EVs have traveled 8 billion miles? Just a quick trip to Pluto and back. And what did we learn along the way? Well, EV can take on the world, like the Nissan Leaf. It can move racing forward and take your breath away, like the all-new Nissan Ariya. We learned to make EVs that electrify. 8 billion miles driven by Leaf owners globally since 2010. 2023 Ariya has limited availability. All-wheel drive expected availability early 2023, subject to change.
You might get wireless data everywhere, but do you have to use it all the time? If that's not really you, there's TracFone. You can get the same nationwide 5G coverage as big carriers, but you pick a plan that you need for a lot less. Unlimited talk and text plans start at $15 a month, no contract. And now you can get the Samsung Galaxy A03s for just $49.99. TracFone. Now you're in control. While supplies last, 1 month equals 30 days. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
There are so many reasons to get hooked on Church's 8-piece shrimp meal. It's dippable, crunchable, downright irresistible, and it starts at $5.99. The only catch? It's only here for a limited time. Church's Texas Chicken. Welcome to the great state of flavor.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here broadcasting live in the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield, Billy Schwein. Brad Quast, former three-time All-Big Ten linebacker out of Iowa. We're talking about the Flyers and some of the moves that the general manager has made or hasn't made. You know, we've said this before, but as a former player, when you see the GM pulling all the right strings and the players can see that the front office is trying to get better, does that inspire you guys, or is it just all business?
No, you see, if you see the GM and coach are working in harmony and trying to get the players on the field or the ice or the court, you're excited about it. That's all you can ask as a player.
It's all you can ask.
That's all you can ask. They're working together and they're trying to better the team.
We are broadcasting live on my YouTube channel. I want to remind people that the website is up and running. The Locker Room, Billy Schwein, is up and running. We've got photo. We have a photo gallery. Andrew Leeds is my IT guy. The intern is taking over. He's doing a great job with the website. The Locker Room, Billy Schwein. You can also, that's where you can watch the show on Facebook. We're on Facebook.
You're finally getting into this modern day technology, Billy. Huh, Josh?
Because I got a lot of see. You surround yourself.
He still has a flip phone.
I don't. Listen, You surround yourself with good people, and then things, right?
Smarter people.
Smarter people.
We do well when we surround ourselves with smarter people.
I think Andrew and I are just glad that we get a compliment out of this.
Yeah, right?
So
smarter people.
So I just got a text message from friends of mine that I went to college with in Miami.
Are they watching?
They're watching on Facebook.
They say you look.
Hello, Chris Allmack.
Do they say you look good? You're aging well. You're aging well.
No, but see, we're people see us all over the country.
Yeah, right. You can see it.
I wanted to squeeze in a text on the text board at 609-403.
Hey, let's get the text board going, Josh.
973.
By the way, we're going to be giving away. I forgot to mention in the second hour, we're going to start giving away tickets to the MAAC Basketball tournament.
Okay.
Yeah. So
in the second hour. Today.
Yeah. So today and tomorrow, we have 4 packs for you to go to the MAAC tournament next week in Atlantic City, Boardwalk Hall. And the way it works is these 4 packs cover you to go to all the games all day. So the men's and women's games, you basically own those seats in the building, Billy.
Yeah.
So like, if you say, hey, I don't want to get there for the first game, I want to get there for the second game.
But those seats are reserved for you.
Their seats are yours. The pack is yours for that day.
By the way, it's a great package because if we remember correctly, who went on a run last year at the MAAC tournament?
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's. And how much fun was that? So you get to see, you go to the Boardwalk Hall to see the MAAC tournament. You never know what you'll see, Josh.
Yeah, you might see the next Cinderella. And by the way, don't forget, Iona is coached by the great Rick Pitino.
Rick Pitino, a lot of talent down there, too, man.
Yeah, some celebrity down there.
How about the story with the nun for Saint?
There was a Chicago.
St. Mary's. St. Mary's.
Yeah, there was
Chicago.
a Chicago.
She's what, 103?
103.
She's got my mom beat. My mom's going to be 102 in April.
But anyway, so back to the text board. So if you want to win the tickets, join the conversation at 609-403-0973. Leave your name and tell us where you're from and tell us your thoughts. Whether it's the Flyers, the Sixers, the Eagles. Obviously, we'll get more into the Eagles in the second hour, Billy. But I know the Sixers are on a road trip right now. They play tonight in Milwaukee. Obviously, Billy is so emotional about the Flyers.
Yeah,
he can't think straight.
I can't think straight. You know what? And rightly so. I'm pissed off. I'm not happy.
You aren't.
We got invaded. We got run over. It was like the Alamo.
Yes, you didn't. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We got run over.
Do you know what happened in the Alamo?
Invaded.
Billy, what happened in the Alamo?
They lost. They all were murdered.
What do you mean?
We got lost.
I'm a history major. I know all about it.
Are you? Okay.
But I don't need to know. I saw what happened in Wells Fargo. Or was it Wednesday or Thursday? What was it? Thursday night?
It was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday night. I'm still not over it.
So on the text board, Dave in Vineland chimes in at 609-403-0973. Says for him, he says firing Hextall is the worst move the Flyers made in my lifetime. I think he was building a future. That's from Dave in Vineland.
Wow, okay.
By the way, Dave, I'm not happy with Hextall. Neither is one Craig Berube. They got rid of him, and then he goes on to.
And he's winning.
This is where they get rid of a Flyer who didn't have any talent around him. If you remember correctly, that one year Chief got them into the playoffs, so they got beat in the first round.
It was more than the coach.
They lost to the Rangers.
Yeah, but he didn't get them. He drugged them into the
dragged them into the playoffs. But so they fire him. What's he do? He goes to St. Louis, wins a cup.
It wins a cup. Yeah. So
and that's what's going on with this organization.
There was more of the personality. There was jealousy, I think, within the organization.
So Hextall fires his good buddy.
Yeah.
Craig Berube, and then Berube goes on.
And
by
goes
the way,
out and wins.
I spoke with Chief the other night too, because he's laughing at me, and I said, Chief, but you know what he said to me, and I'm gonna say this because I can't tell you everything Chief says, but Chief said he wants to come home.
Really?
Yeah, he said he wants to be a part of making Philadelphia great.
Wow,
great organization, proud organization.
You think
Here's a guy that bled for the Flyers.
Yeah, you think they can do that?
Yeah, as we always, I break Chief's stones, and a lot of people that know him, being a dope and all, like we being a goon and everything. But guess what? Chief knows hockey.
Yeah,
he does,
and he's a great guy.
And they play for him.
And you know what? They love him.
They love him.
They love him. Q, man.
He's a player's coach,
right?
Well, the thing with Berube is also he doesn't need to be the coach here to be a part of fixing.
Well,
this.
I asked, and that's what I asked him. I said, Chief, could you be a GM? He said, no. He was honest with me. He said, I couldn't be a GM, but he could go to assistant GM and learn.
Yeah.
Because Chief knows hockey and he knows players. Q, man, some people have an instinct. They have an instinct on what they're doing.
Yeah, and it's because of all the years you play that particular sport, and you just know what it takes to win. And then a lot of times too, like if we talk about the combine coming up, but like it's an intangible. Just because he's not the biggest, fastest, strongest, but he can just flat out play and make plays. He just makes plays, or he's always by the pot. He's always got that feeling. He's always by the pot.
So there are quarterbacks that just win. They might not have the great best stats and all, but they're
not
just
6'5", 245 pounds or whatever. They just win.
They just win.
Just
Al Davis.
Just win, baby. Just win. Well, Tom Brady. Look, he was. They showed that infamous.
What is he,
combine.
6th round?
Yeah.
Did you see the way he looked tall? He looked atrocious.
He looked atrocious.
He looked like that. What those
before and after pictures.
Yeah, before diet pictures. Before and after.
Literally. That's what you do.
Right.
The first day of the combine. That's what you do. You literally stand up in front of.
You're like me.
You're in front of 300 people in an auditorium. And you stand up just in your shorts. You have the NFL. You have your number on. LB. My number was 27.
Better be cold there.
Yeah. Linebacker. Your name on the back. LB Quast, and your 27 was my number at the combine.
Or LB 27.
27. That's what it was. And you're literally
a number, Q. That's all you were.
You're standing out there, and they're measuring you. Your arm strength. Your everything.
Jumping. Everything.
And taking pictures of you, like I'm being sold on the market. Crazy.
You're right.
Next, it was nuts.
So let's look at another thing that Chuck Fletcher did. That look, I love fighting. I think hockey misses that dynamic fighting, but you can't sign a goon to a 4-year contract with a no trade clause. How do you do that?
That's not good, huh?
How do you sign Nick Delorier to a $7 million contract without a trade?
No trade,
clause?
and just all he does is
he's
fight.
a goon, and
fights.
And don't get me wrong, I love Delorier. The Flyers lead the league in fights. I love it, but you got to win too.
That's all he's there to fight.
Can't be just all fighting.
No, but the crowd likes it.
The crowd
likes it,
but they don't like. But Q, remember that we went to the hockey game last year.
Yep.
That's when you told Josh he couldn't go. Remember, you told him that. Josh,
that's not
true. But we were there. There was empty seats in that.
Yeah,
we were there for that game.
Yes, there was.
That was last year.
They were amazed.
Ruby got his tickets, right?
Yep.
Then he trades. How about this? Shane got the spare to the Coyotes for a 7th and 2nd round pick and cash considerations.
Cash consideration.
At the time, though, that trade wasn't bad. Though,
it was
because
you look back on it.
At the time, the 2nd round pick and the cash considerations were important because they were trying to get some financial flexibility to do other moves. The problem is that it's not a specific move. It's the, as Jason Kelce would say, it's the whole team.
It's the whole thing.
It's the fact that, for example, Fletcher was brought in here to take the team to the next level.
Right.
And with all the moves he's made, they're all looking like they're duds. He's supposed to bring home the goods, and he's brought home
Jake Voracek for Cam Atkinson, and you don't get anything out of Atkinson.
Well, that's not true. Atkinson played well last year.
But
and he was
he
going
didn't play
to
the whole season last year either. He was hurt for half the season last year.
I don't think it's full half the season.
We'll get the intern to look that up. I guarantee he missed at least 30
But
games.
he was productive last year, and he was going to be productive this year. He doesn't have an extensive injury history.
Right.
Like
but
Ryan Ellis
but he
does.
still missed a lot of games last year, and he's out the whole entire.
What do I say?
Isn't playing either right now.
What do I say?
You can't make the club in the tub.
You got it, baby.
By the way, I want to remind folks, Voracek right now is injured too. He hasn't not played at all this year either. In fact, Voracek was just traded to Phoenix in a salary dump.
I'm just getting this off my chest, Josh, because I'm pissed. The Rangers invaded Wells Fargo, and it's just an embarrassment. It's a stain. This is a once proud organization who would like Ed Snyder's got to be rolling over in his grave. The Rangers fans came down and took over the Wells Fargo Center.
That's not a good
Atkinson
look.
played 73 games this last year.
All right.
You owe me an apology.
Sorry. What's your name, Josh? Hey, we're broadcasting live on my YouTube channel. You got to check us out there. Guys,
Billy's so emotional, he forgot my name there.
Yeah.
No, my mom, when we were growing up, being a twin, she called me everybody but Billy.
Yeah.
Billy, Johnny, everybody in our family. She went down through the.
Did she call you late for dinner?
Never did that.
That's good.
Can't you tell?
Yeah.
By the way, this is our normal time for the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan. However, it did snow. Did you guys see how much it snowed in Vegas? Did you see on Twitter?
No.
He was like, you could see that there was snow on the ground, and he had scarf on, hats on his Twitter.
But there's global warming.
Global warming.
Global warming. Come on.
Well, not in Vegas.
Not in Vegas.
It's not hot there. They had to cool that place down a little bit.
Yeah.
609-403-0973 is the text board. We're going to be giving away a 4-pack of tickets to the MAAC tournament that starts Tuesday, Josh?
Got 2 tickets for Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's good basketball.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's good basketball.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, it was really good basketball.
Last year, you got St. Peter's that went to the Elite Eight.
Yep.
609-403-0973 is the text board. What do they got to do? Just to participate in the show, and we'll pick a winner. Josh, how are we doing this?
Yeah, people are going to text in their name, where they're from, and just give us some thoughts, whether it's the Flyers, the Sixers, the Eagles, whatever. We'll read them throughout the show, and we'll announce the winners at the end.
609-403-0973 is the text board. We're streaming live on my StreamYard on YouTube. You go to my check it out. Also, my website is up and running. The Locker Room, Billy Schweim. I think it says /podcast. It's like the 6th one down if you Google it. It's there, but you go to the website. There's articles. There's a photo gallery. Everything that we're doing. We're even selling T-shirts and mugs.
Really?
So
Okay.
we got the interns really doing
merchandising. You're branching out in this world.
Yeah, we got Danny in here today. He came in. He's all ready to go. He did his calisthenics in the parking lot.
Yeah,
he's ready to go.
He looks like he went out last night. He looks like he went out last night.
Go out last night there, Danny.
Oh, no.
Yo, how about? And I don't want to go. Just speaking of youth, I just find it so funny that Andrew Painter, who, by the way, he's got elbow tenderness. Right, all the number one prospect. He's got all, but he's only 19 years old.
It's amazing, isn't it?
He can only get milkshakes with the guys.
Yeah, can you imagine? 19 years old. Last year he was in high school. Yeah, crazy.
Not last year.
Year before.
Yeah, he was a Double-A last year. But it's
amazing.
You got guys that are 36, 7 years old playing with 19-year-olds.
Yeah,
the pros.
You're in the big leagues.
What's it like? What's it like, Q, when you first walked into?
Your rookie year.
You came
from a big program, and then
a big program.
Yeah, then you go.
Tell me what it felt like for you.
Well,
did you walk in with a chip on your shoulder?
No, you don't walk in with a chip. You just kind of look around, and it was a mini camp. They always have a mini camp right after the draft,
right?
And you
I
go
guess
off
the
for
veterans act like they don't even know.
Yeah, they bust your chops a little bit, and then
do they even talk to you?
Oh yeah, they talk to you. Yeah,
but you don't get the respect of anybody.
No, you don't. And now
they start all over again.
Yeah, you start all over again.
Like when you leave Iowa, you were a senior.
Yeah,
you were a big man on BMOC, big man on campus.
Yeah, I did pretty good.
Then you got to go to the Jets, and what happened?
And then you're like low as whale poop.
You're pond scum.
You're pond scum. And you're a rook.
So is that tough to
it's different. It's different. You got to go through.
There are guys that probably can't handle that, right? You weren't drafted in the first and second round.
Yeah, but so some guys
can a first round draft choice walk into a camp and with his chest out?
No, they get more abuse than the
Do
other
they
guys.
really?
Yeah, they get more abuse because.
When you went to the Jets, who was?
So it was Blair Thomas was the 3rd overall pick, the running back from Penn State.
Well, who were some of the established guys that gave you a hard time?
Marty Lyons. You had Marty.
Would he smack you in the helmet?
Yeah, Marty.
Did you have tape on your helmet? It said Quast.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you do. You have tape. All the rookies had tape on. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, you got because they didn't know who you were.
But you're a 3-time All Big Ten linebacker. Yeah. You walk into the Jets camp, they don't even know who you are.
No, exactly.
They don't even care who you are.
No, they don't care.
You got to make a name for yourself.
You got to make a name for yourself.
That's crack. That's crack.
I got to talk about when in Philly here. I'll tell a quick story about my roommate there.
All right. First hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. I want to send out a speedy recovery for our good friend Ken Dunnick. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold upscale parties at locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on Compass Media Network's coverage of NCAA basketball. Throughout the records and the rankings, it's a battle for Tobacco Road as longtime rivals Duke and North Carolina square off from Chapel Hill as the Duke Blue Devils and the North Carolina Tar Heels write yet another classic chapter in this historic series. North Carolina and Duke. If it's NCAA basketball, it's right here.
The college basketball season continues only on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 6 p.m.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
3 people you should be 100% certain about: your barber, your plumber, and your tax pro. Switch to Jackson Hewitt and you can be 100% certain about your taxes. We'll get you your maximum refund. Certain. Switch to Jackson Hewitt today and get 50% off tax prep. Limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Mom, Dad, Sis?
Here we go again.
Why are you in a suit?
Picture, if you will, a world with the best network imaginable. I'm talking about the Xfinity 10G network.
Go on.
Mom, remember how your reality shows wouldn't load with all of us online? Now you can binge. And Susie, we'll have fast internet in the basement.
Nice.
If you have any questions, here's my card.
This is just your name on a gum wrapper.
Introducing the 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through March 21st, new customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet during our limited time Xfinity 10G network launch celebration for just $25 a month for 2 years. Plus, there's no annual contract required and you get Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
Searching for fun ways to spend your tax return? Boats for cats. Oh, flotation devices for cats. Don't waste it all on something silly. Spend smarter with Straight Talk. Get our Silver Unlimited plan for $45 a month with unlimited high-speed data and with nationwide 5G. Plus, get a Samsung A13 5G for only $99.99, down from $149. If you're looking to get the most out of your refund, your search ends here. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back on this live here at Tom Studio right here at we're giving away tickets to the MAAC tournament, 609-403-0973. You got to leave your name, where you're from. Josh, we got a couple text messages to read?
Yeah, let's get some of these texts. 609-403-0973. We'll start with Kenny. Didn't say what town he's from, though. So, Kenny, try to message back in, let us know where you're from. But he says Sixers are going to make a run this year. They're going to keep Doc on this staff. They're going to represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. That's what I think later.
Wow.
I love his passion.
What's Kenny smoking?
Well, guess what, though? Who did you think the Phillies were going to go to?
True. You never know. You think
that's the beauty, right? Is that the beauty of sports?
That's the beauty of sports. You never know. As long as you're in
On
it.
the complete opposite end of the spectrum, Cody from Ocean City
Oh, is that my nephew?
says the Sixers won't get out of the second round. They have no pure shooters,
that sounds
and
like
they
his
turn the
father.
ball over too much.
That sounds like his
That's
father
dad
talking.
That's his dad talking. That's Bobby talking.
But he's real. He's
realistic.
But
He's a realist.
once again, that's the beauty of sports. Because can you imagine the euphoric feeling we're going to have if they do it? If they do that?
Yeah, I know.
Guess what? It's a football town, but guess what? It's also a basketball town.
Yeah, it is.
Because when it's in every team town. When our teams win, this place goes nuts.
Goes crazy.
Go, what do you got, Josh?
Jeff from Beasley's Point says, "Hey Billy, stop trying to make the Flyers relevant. Don't talk about them, and Comcast might get the message. Go Birds."
Good point. Good
yeah,
point.
but if you noticed, if he's a listener to the show over the last, we haven't really talked about the Flyers, and I'm a hockey guy, so we haven't been talking about. But enough's enough, Q.
Enough's enough.
I mean, after what I saw Wednesday night at Wells Fargo, enough's enough.
Absolutely.
Let's squeeze in one more for the end of the hour at 609-403-0973. Jack from Ocean City says if the Sixers don't win tonight, I will be disappointed. This is a huge test tonight. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Says
well,
Jack
guess what?
from Ocean City.
Guess what, Jack? The Bucks won 16 in a row so far in their last 16 games.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy.
Not going to be easy tonight.
The Flyers have the third highest odds to win in the East.
And be better. You better
With
play
the Sixers.
What did I say?
These are the Flyers.
I'm sorry. Did I say the Sixers?
Well, listen, if any time they're going to lose,
I'm still so pissed off.
16-game winning streak, now's the time to do
Comes to an end?
it. Comes to an end tonight.
Yeah, not in Milwaukee,
Jack.
though.
Jack's going to
They're
be, I'm going to be on Jack's
Milwaukee.
side.
They're up in Milwaukee.
It doesn't matter. It's going to come to an end now.
I hope you're right, Q.
It'll come to an end.
I don't know. And then with the rumors, we're going to talk hour two. We're going to really get into the Sixers, and we're going to talk about the Eagles and some combine news. We'll talk about the combine, about who do you think the Flyers should draft number one with their 10th overall pick?
The Flyers? You mean the Eagles?
Did I say the Flyers?
Yeah, he's all discombobulated. You better. Yeah.
It's affecting me.
Yes, it is. I can
Billy,
see.
you need to go on a Flyers detox.
You're
right.
visibly
All that
shaking.
more. It's the Locker with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Here's what you missed on Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
You're talking about watching a guy adjust his batting glove and scratch himself. That's literally all you are losing. If it's 20 minutes a game times 162, that's 54 hours, 2.5 days of your life. They are giving you back that you could spend doing nothing or you could spend doing something else.
Greeny, weekday mornings at 10 a.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
It's time to think about your tax refund. And Jackson Hewitt wants you to think biggest. As in, we guarantee you'll get your biggest refund or your money back plus $100. Who offers that? Come to think of it, nobody. It's one of the biggest guarantees out there and why you can't just file with anybody. For your guaranteed biggest refund, go to Jackson Hewitt today. Your wallet will thank you. When every dollar matters, it matters who does your taxes.
Comedy icon Chris Rock is performing his next stand-up special live on Netflix. Selective Outrage airs tonight, Saturday, March 4th, starting with a Netflix is a Joke pre-show where comedians count down live to Chris taking the stage. Grab your friends, have a watch party. Use hashtag Chris Rock Live to join the convo everyone will be having. Tune in tonight to watch Chris Rock's new stand-up special live on Netflix. Pre-show coverage starts at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, and Chris Rock goes on at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific.
This world has its limits, but in the all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya,
you've got a world of possibilities. You can leave it all behind in serene interiors, or you can go after it with available E-Force all-wheel drive. Go your way in the all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya. Nissan Ariya with E-Force not yet available for purchase. Expected availability early 2023, subject to change. E-Force all-wheel drive is an optional feature. E-Force cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Nature Valley has helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails. And we're on our way to restoring even more, because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
South Jersey's home for the Sixers and Flyers.
Yeah! He scored! A two-hand jam!
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Ready, 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast in the house. Josh Henning pushing the buttons. Andrew Leeds, the intern, and Danny are here. And I can't get the Flyers off my brain, but I'll try not to say the word Flyers anymore.
Please don't.
But you can see the level of my frustration.
Yeah, I think everybody is.
Too, because you know, this show, we're the locker room, right? And we're fans.
We're fans.
And we like
fans
all of
first.
our sports teams. And we're behind them 100%. But when it gets this bad and embarrassing, I mean, and I'm not. It's not like I'm always on the bandwagon, but I'm very upset with them.
But you're hurt. You're hurt. Your feelings are hurt.
I'm feelings.
Your feelings are hurt, Billy.
Feelings.
Your feelings. You got feelings too.
So tonight, the Sixers play tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks at 8:30. Now the Bucks.
Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because when we come in here tomorrow, Carl and I are going to break it down.
Okay.
Plus, at 609-403-0973, we're giving away tickets to the MAAC tournament.
It's a good
It's a
tournament.
4-pack, right? What do we get?
So what's it? How are we judging the criteria of the winning
Yeah, Josh.
text?
How you doing?
How are we judging the text?
Well, first of all, if they send in their name and where they're from, it's a
Okay.
pretty.
Well, I tell you what,
it's like the SAT score. Like you got to put your name on the
put
top.
your
to
name
get
and where
points.
you're from. That's
Okay.
the two things you have to do.
And then you know if you're contributing to the show, conversation or not.
Yeah, the one contribution that we like the most, the top two we'll pick, right? Josh?
Okay. Yeah.
609-403-0973. The whole board's open. Flyers, Sixers, Eagles, and Phillies comments are all acceptable today. Even if the MAAC, you want to talk about the MAAC, because remember, St. Peter's came out of the MAAC last year. We got to see them up close in person.
Yeah,
and we were like,
that was great.
Flyers.
That was exciting.
Which is kind of cool.
That's what college basketball is all about.
And the
Cinderella.
Spirit, and the spirit.
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
I love it. I love when a 16 beats a 1.
Yeah.
How often is that? Not often.
But
my whole bracket's busted.
But for St. Peter's to go to the Elite Eight,
Yeah, it was awesome.
Everybody was pulling for them.
Everybody's rooting for them.
They lost at UNC, but everybody was pulling for St. Mary or St. Peter's.
It's fun to watch that. Fun to watch it.
Bucks are currently the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, 5 games ahead of the Sixers. They play them tonight. Antetokounmpo, he's the Milwaukee Bucks are a good.
Say
good
that 3
squad.
times.
Did I say it right?
You said it wrong.
Say it, Josh.
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Wow. One more time?
Antetokounmpo.
Just call him the
great.
Greek freak.
Excellent.
The Bucks are 40,
Just call him Giannis. You go by his first
Giannis,
name. It's okay.
The Bucks are 45-17. The Sixers are 40-22. And I want to talk about. Everybody's talking about James Harden and the trade. He wants to get back to Houston, and I don't get Q. If you're a former player, made it to the NFL, don't you want to win?
You want to win. Especially,
so why would somebody want to go to a program, to a team that's like, I know he lives there and he likes it, but still as a competitor, not as just as a competitor. Why would you want to go back to a substandard team?
Well, sometimes he's at the end of his career.
Right.
Okay.
He likes to go to the joints.
He likes to do the joint. He probably has a house there, a few houses there.
Right.
Texas is
He's got a crew there.
He's got a crew there. Texas is a very favorable for state tax.
Okay.
So he makes a bunch of money, and it's warm, and he wants to go home, and I don't blame him.
Don't you want to win?
At this stage in his career, he just wants to make as much money as he can and kind of ride out his career another 2 years and be comfortable.
The Rockets
in his surroundings.
The Rockets only have 13 wins. Why would you want to go to a team that has 13 wins? Are these rumors not? Or that's all they are is rumors.
Could be rumors.
It's leverage. That's what it is.
He's already got a max contract.
Well, no, he doesn't.
He's next year he does it, right?
No. So remember, he's signed for a less than the max deal.
Right.
Because he did the Sixers a favor because him and Morey are friends. And there's concerns that because he could opt out, that he could force the Sixers into a bidding war. And so you got to threaten them with something.
And that's it. That's how he's threatening. I want to go home. Regardless what Houston's doing.
The Sixers need to turn their fortunes around because they're 6-14 against the Milwaukee Bucks over the last 20 games. That's not good.
That's not
good.
These
guys.
No, well, Milwaukee's one of the best teams in the NBA. Over the last
we
got to
beat them. We got to beat the Celtics. We got to beat the Bucks. We can't do that. We got no shot. Embiid is 6-8 against the Bucks in his career.
I love when you bring up these stats because
because to me that's an important stat.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is. It's wins and losses. I don't care.
It's all Embiid's fault.
He's the face.
Embiid is 6-8 versus
Josh. I got to blame somebody. He's the face of the franchise. He's the face of the franchise.
He's the so-called leader on the team,
right?
And it goes
right.
You win and lose with him.
Quarterbacks when they win, who gets all the
accolades? He's a quarterback.
Accolades.
So we got to run with him.
To me, it's the stupidest stat in sports. Teams win championships, not individuals.
It's a fact.
Teams win championships, not individuals. Is Dan Marino a bum? Is Dan Marino a bum?
No, but he
never won a championship.
All right, but Josh, look, he's the face of the franchise. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Send your name, where you're from, and make a contribution to the show today so we can comment.
So we can give these tickets away.
All right, we got 2 texts to read. Come on.
Yeah, squeeze in a couple more
Josh.
here. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Ken from EHT starts us says, "Hey, Billy, 76ers will make a deep run in the NBA playoffs, and I think they'll represent the East as well."
Who's that, Ken?
Ken and EHT.
Guess what, Ken? I hope you're right. Look, I'm gonna be look at my shirt. If you're looking on the StreamYard, if you're watching us on YouTube,
Billy Schweim's YouTube channel, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim.
What do I have on here? I've got a 76ers blue shirt with the stars. I love this.
We got to get you in the gym, my friend.
I got a man's. I am in the gym, but
it's more than the gym, Billy.
Come on, but I don't know. Billy.
Let's get it back to the sport.
Billy. Yeah.
Let's get one more text in here.
One more text. We need another text.
Warren Wade checks in from K-Mac Courthouse.
Collingswood.
He says,
"My buddy.
I'm sorry to say, but the Flyers are trying to get us to trust something. Maybe it's a process, but nobody's buying it. They don't have a plan at all."
Yeah, see, that sentiment is out. A lot of the fans have,
and it's obvious.
It's obvious. The fans gave up on it.
They have no direction.
No direction.
They're in disarray.
Disarray. That's a good.
Do you like that?
Good adjective.
Billy, let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Does it make it worse, the success that the Eagles and Phillies have had?
Yes.
That the other teams are not getting to that level?
Josh, great point. I mean, now our expectations in the other two sports are set very high, and it's tough to live with that. I mean, so we have such professional and we're spoiled with the amount of winning that we do around here over the last 5 years.
But
it's crazy.
We've won, but we haven't won the big one in either sport.
Eagles won.
You got it. What?
Eagles won.
They won They didn't win the Super Bowl.
They just did a few years ago.
Yeah, they just won the Super Bowl.
Oh, Brad was saying over the last.
I'm sorry.
Over the last, if you take a
Brad was saying over the last several years, the success in Philadelphia
is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, how good we've been in our sports franchises here.
Would you say that the Phillies were lucky last year Or were they always a good team? They just caught fire at the right time.
Oh, see, I think they caught fire at the right time.
Okay, so they had
they just hit the ball.
They
scored runs. Yeah,
so they had the talent. They just didn't. They just put it together.
Yeah, they put it together.
All right. Well, look, some people, and what Ken just said that they're going to go on a run. I don't think so, but I want them to. All right, Josh, what do you got? 609-403-0973 is the text board for a chance to win tickets to the MAAC tournament.
Yeah, leave your name and where you're from, and you have a chance to win. Like John in EHT says, if the Sixers have another second-round exit in the playoffs, how long until Embiid wants out of Philly?
Ooh. Yeah, eventually you want to win, you know?
Well, let me ask you this question, Q and Josh. How much time do we have with Joel Embiid? Like how much of a window do we have?
How old is he? What?
29?
I think he's 28. Let me double check.
29?
28. I mean,
and he's already been here, what, 6-7 years?
Yeah, 20. He's 28 years old.
28 years old. Yep.
Big guys don't last.
No,
I mean, they break down. They got.
He's on the floor. You know, my brother and my nephew
leg
call
problem, ankle
the
problems.
human mop.
Yeah,
he's the human mop.
Yeah, I mean,
my daughter fell on the floor the other day. I said, "Who do you think you are, Embiid?"
Oh, yeah.
She started laughing because she calls him the human mop too.
Human
She's
mop,
seven years old. Eliza Gray Schwein.
Yeah. It's not healthy.
She called him the human mop.
Human mop.
She fell on the ground. I said she was dressed up to go somewhere. I said, "Oh, what are you doing? Cleaning your floor with your clothes? Get up. Who do you think you are, Joel Embiid?"
The human mop.
But here's the problem, and that is, even with that said, Embiid's one of the 10 best players in the league.
He is.
So
that's what's hard.
It's frustrating. Yeah, it's frustrating.
So the problem is that you had a team a few years ago that could have been something. You blew it up because you picked the wrong guy to be the sidekick for Embiid. And then now you're in this predicament, and now you got to make a decision. What are you going to do moving forward? Because at the end of the day, you know, even as much as I disagree with you, Billy, the reality is that fans look at players as winners or losers. And no matter how much of a great career that a Dominique Wilkins or a Charles Barkley or a Sidney Moncrief with the Milwaukee Bucks or Kiki Vandeweghe with the Denver Nuggets.
Listen to this guy. He's a human encyclopedia.
Yeah, he is.
The point is, all these guys didn't
Throw out
win.
some more, Josh.
They didn't
Why
win rings.
stop there?
Oh, Alex English. We go with him.
Hey, I got a question. So that being said, we're talking about, you know, missing on people, right?
Alex English.
So GMs, what GM is the most vital for their particular sport in football, baseball, basketball? What the GM?
You go first, Josh.
Yeah, the GM of being so instrumental of
I think Howie Roseman.
I mean, no, like in terms of like the value of a GM in an organization, like picking a team and making the moves. What's the most valuable? Is the GM in football the most valuable? Hockey, basketball, or baseball?
Well, I think they're
which
all
one?
I think they're
but like,
I would lean football because of the fact that being a GM is a duality in football, because it's the salary cap and it's the player evaluation. The problem in baseball is
but Josh, let me interrupt. When I asked Chief about it, would he be able to be a GM? He said he'd have to get every team has a cap guy.
Right.
Yeah.
They have that guy.
Yes.
Well, that's the difference with hockey, though. Hockey, you can kind of compartmentalize some of this stuff. Same thing with basketball. You know, Daryl Morey is the president of basketball operations, but he's not the GM. Somebody else is the general manager.
Right.
So you have different people doing different jobs. In football, a lot of times the guy who's in the front office is running the whole front office.
All right. 609-403-0973. We're giving away tickets to the MAAC tournament. 609-403-0973. Chime in with the show. Give us contribute to the show, and we'll put your name and where you're from to a text message at 609-403-0973 to win tickets to the MAAC tournament. Hey, for over 83 years, Circle Liquor has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in southern New Jersey. Just a stone's throw away from Ocean City, it's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City. With the most competitive prices around, Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. Hey, folks, I'm here to tell you about Lavari Seafood Bar and Grill. located on Route 50 and Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, New Jersey, just 8 minutes over the Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar, 18 big screen TVs, daily specials, open every day at 11 a.m., celebrating 15 years in business. That's because Dave Lavari is a good guy. Thursday night is wing night. Wings are $1 wing, $2.50 domestic drafts. They have live music every Friday night. Hey, book a private party. 609-628-2225. Ask for Dave. 609-628-2225. All right, when we return, we'll kid you with more here in the locker with Billy Schweim and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up Monday on the Sports Bash, Sixers and the Knicks, and we're getting ready for the Sixers and the Pacers, plus the Combine is in the books. What are we hearing now about pick number 10 and the Eagles? And we have tickets to go see the MAAC Basketball Championships at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. Monday on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Mom, Dad, Sis?
Here we go again.
Why are you in a suit?
Picture, if you will, a world with the best network imaginable. I'm talking about the Xfinity 10G network.
Go on.
Mom, remember how your reality shows wouldn't load with all of us online? Now you can binge. And Susie, we'll have fast internet in the basement.
Nice.
If you have any questions, here's my card.
This is just your name on a gum wrapper.
Introducing the 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through March 21st, new customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet during our limited time Xfinity 10G network launch celebration for just $25 a month for 2 years. Plus, there's no annual contract required and you get Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store. Requires paperless billing and after promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
You're listening to the Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. I want to remind you, you got to check out my website. Intern Andrew Lee did a great job with it. The Locker Room, Billy Schwein, no with, just the Locker Room, Billy Schwein / I think podcast, right? Yeah, something like that. But it's up there. You have we have a photo gallery. Of course, you can check out the show there as well on my YouTube channel. It's right there. The Locker Room, Billy Schwein. Check it out. The website is up. We've got You can buy T-shirts and mugs there. We have articles. It's all there.
It's all there.
Check it out. And Andrew Lees did a great job with that. Of course, you can advertise on that too.
Yeah, right.
Get in touch with us. You can
You're
advertise
interested
on
in
the
advertising.
website.
Yep.
Very, very worthwhile. Listen, 609-403-0973 as we're giving away tickets to the MAAC tournament. Got to have your name, your where you're from, your name, where you're from, and contribute to the show. We'll get you. We'll pick a couple winners out. Josh.
Yeah. So this week, you guys mentioned the NFL Combine. Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman spoke, right, Billy?
Yeah. So I wanted to get to the Combine because you watched a lot of that, didn't you?
Watched the whole thing.
All right.
Yeah.
And you took part in the Combine.
Participated.
And you participated in the Combine.
One of
You
250 my senior year.
You made it sound like you're just a piece of meat up there.
Piece of meat. That's all you are, man.
Did you get any tips?
Yeah, right.
And nobody tipped you?
No
tuck
tips.
A little tip in there?
Piece of meat. So if you didn't make it, you made it there. Then if you didn't sign with an agent, the agents would be outside your hotel.
Jerry Maguire?
Yeah, it was Jerry Maguire.
That's why I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
So if I'm ever clicking around and I see Jerry Maguire, I can't go past
You watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my word. Top 5 defensive tackles. It looks like the Eagles are either going to go for defensive tackle, but how about some of the I've been watching Baldy's breakdowns on Twitter and Instagram, and he was looking at the two top defensive backs. The one that I like is Christian Gonzalez from Oregon, the Devin Witherspoon from Illinois, and of course Joey Porter Jr. from Penn State.
Yeah, his dad was in the stands.
But guess what? I looking at all the highlights with Baldy put down. I like this kid, Devin Witherspoon. He's got some great size. He's fast. But you know what? You know how defensive backs run with the play? They run with the player, but they don't locate the ball. This kid on all his film locates the ball.
Yeah, he's got good hawking skills, ball skills. He's big enough where you can put him on the number one receiver, take him off.
And you know what else Baldy said? And I know as a defensive guy, you'll say this. He loves a secondary guy that can tackle.
All these guys tackle.
Because
you got to tackle.
You don't want first of all, you don't, Q, correct me if I'm wrong. You don't want your secondary, anybody in your secondary leading in tackles.
No.
If you have that, you got a problem.
No, but you better be sure that.
But you better be able to tackle.
Your wide side corner better be able to tackle.
All right. So during the week, now you know the powers that be, the brain trust. The wheels are like hamsters on a wheel. It's going right.
Yep.
But apparently, Sirianni and Howie Roseman, they talked throughout the. He made it. They was interviewed, and Sirianni basically says that he and Howie talk about what they want.
Well, that's a good thing, right?
Is that a good
That's
thing?
a real good thing. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna play that cut.
Why was that brought up? I'm curious.
Well, one of the reporters.
Yeah, but that's
so that's obvious. And obvious.
Yeah, you talk. Of course, you're talking.
Well, what I took from that cue is like when you're playing a game, like when you're a Mike linebacker. You got to communicate, whether you're on the field of play or if you're in an office picking teams. You've got to communication's essential in any sport.
Well, as soon as the season ends, they're working right now.
That's an obvious thing.
That's an obvious statement. Of course, they're talking. They're talking.
I'll answer your question, Brad, because obviously Billy maybe not fully understands your question, but the reason why the question was asked was because when Doug Peterson was here, there was speculation about disagreements between what the coaching staff wanted and what the front office. Like, for example, there's a lot of speculation that, for example, the owner, Jeffrey Lurie, wanted J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, and Doug Peterson didn't want him. On the flip side, Doug Peterson wanted Jalen Reagor. Howie Roseman and his people, they didn't want Jalen Reagor. So the idea is in Philadelphia, there's a history here of disagreements between the coaching staff and the front office.
With that knowledge, then, did he answer the question the way you wanted him to answer it? Because that was if that's your philosophy, that's the company line.
Well, that's a company.
You're not going to say no. I want this guy, but he's not giving him.
So that's a company line.
Exactly.
So we'll figure out, what, and we do all the analysts for the draft, what their needs are, and then if they trade down or trade up, so we can figure out who's making the call.
So if you're the head coach, you go, hey Howie, I really like, I love this, this Cam Smith out of South Carolina, and then Howie says, no, I don't want that. I want Witherspoon out of Illinois, defensive back. He's not going to come out and say that.
No, they can't. You can't come out and say that. You can't. There's got to be harmony. But at least the good thing is they figured that that position group. The question you run into is if you like you're talking about a defensive back,
right?
Howie wants to go with a D end, and the head coach wants a running back.
All right.
So that's where you get into philosophical difference.
All right. So now they hired two coordinators. They hired I'm gonna mess this guy.
Two young quarterbacks.
Coordinators. Two young guys.
Yeah, Brian Johnson's the offense coordinator, and Sean Desai.
I was gonna mess that name up. That's Sean Desai. He talked about Desai. Sirianni talked about Desai. Let's play that clip. Now, Desai, he was with the Bears. Yep. He was also with Seattle.
Yes,
and when he was the defensive coordinator, he was they were 6th in total yards allowed.
So
the players though, right?
So it's all about the players. But here's where I
11th in points scored.
Yeah, but
here's
where
allowed,
I
should
here's
say.
where I like. He runs a 3-4, and they have the personnel for a 3-4, and with the players they have, they can do a lot of good things without blitzing because they have the talent to do so. So it's not like he's going to come in and run a 4-3 or run something else where the whole personnel doesn't match up with their scheme. Okay. So that's a good thing. So
that's a good thing.
I'm happy with the hire.
Really quick, Brad, I want to ask you, because for those who don't know, Desai actually survived 3 different coaches in Chicago. What does it say to you, Brad, that Trestman and Fox and Nagy all wanted this guy on their staffs each year?
He's got a good young defensive mind. He's a hard worker, and I think he gets the most out of his players. He's good. So that's a great point that he can adapt through the change of coaching staff, because most of the time they blow it up and they get rid of everybody. They keep him on. So there's good things with him. I think he's going to be an up and coming head coach eventually, and I think he'll do some great things here in Philly.
So I'll spin it back to you, Billy. Brad just used the word adapt, and remember Nick Sirianni complained at times last season that our defense took too long to make adjustments in games.
Yes.
So if Brad is saying that Desai is a guy who's an adaptable individual, does that not suggest that he might be a guy who can adapt maybe better during the game?
Well, he can make adjustments during the game, which is, as a football coach,
you'll see that. You'll see that. So we have a lot more talent on defense than the Bears do.
Yep.
Running the 4-3, 3-4 here. He'll do some great things coverage wise, and bring in guys blitzing without showing it.
And of course, they promoted the quarterbacks coach, Brian Johnson, to the offensive coordinator. He's got a very close relationship with Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
And so he coached Jalen Hurts. He was coached by Jalen Hurts' father back in high school. So there's a familiarity there. Q, is it good? It's good to be comfortable with somebody, but can that work against you?
No, I mean, so they were so close last year. Obviously, they're going to come into minicamp after the draft. They're going to have one before the draft. So this is good. So Jalen, this is a good thing for the offense.
Okay.
Nothing's going to change.
Okay.
The calls will be the same. Familiar, it's just so business as usual. And let's get healthy and win another championship.
All right. So with that, let's play the Sirianni cut when he's working with Brian Johnson. And of course, Johnson recruited Hurts to Mississippi State when he was leaving high school. So
there's a lot of familiarity. Yeah, there's they go back. They have dinner together. Put it that way. So it's a good move.
You like that?
I like the move because let's face it, nothing's going to change
You never take
philosophically.
me out to dinner.
Well,
We
you
can
know,
take me
okay,
out to
we
dinner.
could go out to dinner. We'll go out to dinner. But I think with Sirianni, nothing's going to change. He's still going to be the guy putting his footprint and his blueprint on the offensive schemes.
Okay.
So nothing changes.
All right.
So that'll be good.
All right. For 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in southern New Jersey. It's a stone throws away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With friendly staff, it's no wonder Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure that you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store, 609-927-2921. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. All right, there's a new wind blowing at Maserati, the main line. With the all-new Maserati Gregale, the midsize SUV, has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With a class-leading space and advanced driving technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800 to schedule your test drive today. Ask for Michael Pileggi. Mike's a great guy. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on Compass Media Network's coverage of NCAA basketball. Throughout the records and the rankings, it's a battle for Tobacco Road as longtime rivals Duke and North Carolina square off from Chapel Hill as the Duke Blue Devils and the North Carolina Tar Heels write yet another classic chapter in this historic series. North Carolina and Duke. If it's NCAA basketball, it's right here.
The college basketball season continues only on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at 6 p.m.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget discount.
Go and again, again and again. Go and again, again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply. Stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews choose among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
Nature Valley has helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails, and we're on our way to restoring even more because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Now we're back here in the Toms River Auto Group studio, right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast. Hey, I got some friends. I'm getting a lot of text messages today from people.
You have friends?
I got friends. Holloway, Eric, Gary Holloway.
Okay.
They're painting their house right now in Ocean City.
All right.
And they're listening to the show.
Really?
Don't fall off the ladder, boys.
Yeah. Don't drink and paint.
Yeah.
That's one.
So, Q.
Yeah.
We're talking during the break some of the needs of the Eagles and some of the people that are looking at, and of course Jalen Carter from Georgia, that defensive tackle. I watched some of the film on him. He's
a man.
Yeah,
he's a man child. He's good.
But you just said that his maturity level is, you'd be a little skeptical about giving somebody like him a $25 million contract.
Yeah, because let's say he goes through the court system and he's got.
Because he is in a little trouble.
He's getting.
And by the way, before you go on, I said the 103-year-old nun is from Loyola, right?
Loyola, Chicago.
Chicago. I want to make sure I said St. Mary's. I was wrong about that. Go ahead, Q.
Yeah, so you give him all that money. You want to make sure that if he runs into some issues with the court system, that he's not, God forbid he'll plea it down, but God forbid he gets.
So he's going to drop in the draft. So the Eagles. The point I'm saying, because the Eagles have number 10 and number 30 in the draft this year.
They're going to have to do, whoever needs that need. He's so good. He can play the 2 technique, the 3, 4, move all the way out.
I think
all
it'd
inside.
be kind of cool to get if they did get Jalen Carter. That means they'd have 3 Georgia Bulldog team players that won a national championship.
That'd be pretty cool.
Would that be pretty cool?
That'd be yeah. It could.
Does that make it like Q? If you were,
it's fun playing with your teammates. It's
right?
fun playing. Yeah, and it's fun. It shows you how good they recruit. That's why they're the top 5 every year.
And then, of course, they got another edge rusher in Nolan Smith out of Georgia. But they had that defense. I mean, they stopped Alabama, and they shut them down.
They got players,
right?
Yeah, so they got players. So it'll be interesting.
Goes back to the whole thing when I said recruiting.
Recruiting,
like you could get somebody from a Montana State or whatever. I get it, but if I'm going shopping for stuff, I'm going to where you get the best products.
Listen, when you're that good coming out of high school, you're a 5-star guy. Usually, you do well if you stay healthy and go to a big program. They develop you. You become a top draft choice, and that's just what happens. It's been like that for 25 years.
All right, so there's 20 free agents. Howie Roseman basically said this year that they're not going to they're going to have a hard time.
You can't sign everybody.
So let's go ahead and play that where it says Roseman on not resigning all the guys from this past year.
See, I don't buy that.
You know?
Nope.
I do.
No, I don't buy that.
You know why? Because I think he's being honest there.
Yeah, but I don't buy that.
As honest as they can be.
Yeah, but guys don't care.
They know it's a business.
They know it's a business.
Yeah,
they're not going to hold.
You're going to tell me that their feelings don't come into play.
No, I mean,
how come,
this guy got upped, and my guy
he's making $5 million more than I am.
That starts in the beginning of the year. Everyone knows how everyone makes.
Jerry Maguire, right?
But what I'm saying is that
Rod Tidwell, he was all pissed that he wasn't.
Yeah, but I don't think the guys look and say, "Oh, I want my deal redone." I don't. They don't.
See,
look at it
I think it's. I actually believe that. I think I was going to give him credit for changing his philosophy in mid. Like you realized what was going on, and they decided like.
So you really
let's
think
keep the harmony?
Yeah, you really think if you extended Brandon Graham's deal, gave him re-upped his deal, and you didn't do that with Fletcher,
but they got
or
20.
someone,
But they got 20 guys.
so what? But that happens every year. Like I don't think guys care.
Well, didn't Jerry Jones get on some broadcast and say that he saw the Eagles and the Rams are just building for 1 year?
Yeah, they're leveraging their future.
Right.
No,
we didn't leverage our. We
didn't do
got a
that
lot
at
of.
all.
We got draft picks. We've got.
Yeah, we're fine.
We'll be able to bring back the most important guys.
Well, Jalen, how much is Jalen going to be?
So out of the 20, he's going to make. Look, Daniel Jones is getting. What's Daniel Jones?
He wants $45 million.
$45 million.
$45 million.
Daniel Jones.
He wants $45 million. That's crazy. So what's Jalen?
So guess what? The Giants are apparently nowhere near offering him that much money.
No, they can't. They can't.
How can you offer Daniel Jones that much? He's not going to get it from anywhere else.
No. So what? So
35 to 39.
What's Jalen?
39, 30.
So what does Jalen get?
No, let me ask you. What do you give Daniel Jones? $35 million?
I think he's.
I don't think he's a $35 million guy.
I mean,
what do you think, Danny?
That's just how the market is these days.
The market bears. He's a starting quarterback. He's top. He's in the.
Well, the Giants offered him 35, 39 million.
Yeah. So
all right. So, but I think Jalen Hurts is definitely worth 50.
You think he's going to get 50?
45?
So I'm curious to see
40, 42, 45.
I'm curious to see what Lamar signs for.
Well,
they're going to franchise him.
They're going to franchise him.
But I want to see what Lamar signs for, and then Jalen's up in that range as well.
The QB market is being reset because of what happened with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, absolutely. Guarantee money.
Yeah.
Owners are hating that.
Yeah, because
they never wanted to go guarantee.
There's a guy that's been hurt the last 2 years.
Yeah, and plus look at his track record.
All right, let's play the second Roseman cut, if you will, Danny, where he said he's prepared. They are prepared for the offseason. They're preparing for the offseason. I mean, you're not going to get Miles Sanders back.
Nope, he's gone.
I mean, right?
So what you do is you
Kenneth Gainwell's probably him and Boston Scott will be your top two guys, and then they'll probably get somebody in the draft.
Yeah. So they got their board right now. They're all in Indianapolis at the combine, and they're picking to figure out, okay, what's our priority? Who are we going to lose? Who do we keep around?
I say it's a must to bring back Brandon Graham. Just for
the leadership.
He's only going to get a 1-year deal no matter where he goes. He's 34 years old.
Yeah. So, but do you
prioritize him over another free agent? If you have, we have to choose between Brandon Graham or a CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Well, no, I mean, they have money allotted for the defensive backs, money allotted for the end, right?
Yep.
So I think you got to get, there's a couple guys like Jason Kelce, you have to have him back.
Does he want to come back?
Yeah, he wants to come back.
He better.
2 more years?
He's got to come back.
Okay.
But he's not going to be in any other uniform. He's going to be an Eagle.
He's going to retire an Eagle.
But Brandon Graham, I think, is one of those guys. There's guys in the locker room. Look, he had his best year as an Eagle. 11 sacks. Pay the man.
That's a good year. Give him 2 more years. 2 more years, right?
He'll probably take a 1-year deal. He's 34.
Well, they want a 2-year, 3-year, and get the stretch of signing bonus over.
So let me ask you a question. If you're Brandon Graham, you're Brandon Graham, and you went to the Super Bowl with this team, you've already won one. You've had your best year. You're 34 years old to be 35. Are you going to leave Philadelphia for a 2-year, 3-year deal if the Eagles only give you one?
No, of course not.
No, because he's probably teetering on whether he wants to stay in the game anyway.
Because you don't want to uproot your family.
Brad, you know it's hard. It's hard to leave the NFL.
He wants another year.
He wants another
year, and then you stretch it over 2 years with the signing bonus, and 2 years,
right,
2-year contract.
What do you think, Danny?
Who do you prioritize though? Javon Hargrave or Brandon Graham? They both had tremendous years.
The Hargrave. I mean, the age. I mean, you got to. I mean, that's
it's tough.
I think
you can't.
I think I'm going to prioritize Hargrave, but I'm going to find. I'm going to do everything I possibly can do to get Brandon Graham.
You sit down, Graham, and say, listen, you got to take a hometown discount. You want to play here?
Right.
You want another year?
Yep.
We respect you in the locker room, but you're not going to get fair market value. It's up to you.
Right?
Yeah. So that's the conversation you have with them.
When you get to be in your 30s in the NFL, Brad,
and you're playing in your 30s,
you know
you're stealing money.
Right. You're
blessed.
Numbered. So what's more important? Obviously, money for your family, security for your family, financial security for your family is important. But it's also where you're playing and who you're playing for.
Yeah, I mean, because
that all comes into effect.
Of course it does. Of course it does. What kind of coach it is? Is he a grinder? Is he one of those guys that vets don't have to practice the second day in OTAs and they got to come to OTAs? Some guys really respect the veteran players, and especially the older guys.
He's an Eagle.
So he'll play here.
609-403-0973. I believe we got a few more minutes left to take a couple more text messages. 609-403-0973. If you're interested in winning tickets to the MAAC, make sure you put your name and where you're from. 609-403-0973. We'll read all the remaining text messages on the other side. For 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in southern New Jersey. Just a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City. With the most competitive prices around, Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. Everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Shoots it from 12 and a 10. Tough shot with that a foul right there.
The Sixers are in Milwaukee to face the Bucks tonight. Coverage begins at 8:30. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month. With no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses, with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 3/21/23. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the result is immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver," unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast. Hey, Yo, how about Carson?
Carson.
What again? Let go.
And you know what? Someone will pick him up.
Think?
Yeah.
He's not gonna, you think he'll be a second string quarterback?
Yeah, he will never be a starter in this league ever. Yeah. Yeah. You know, just
such a promising start.
Well,
and then once he tore his knee up, that was it.
That was it. And then the locker room turned on him, and it was it. So just shows you there's a lot of misses out there.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Danny, you got a couple. Danny Ryan's sitting in the seat now for Josh.
Yeah, we have
playing musical chairs over there.
Yeah, we are playing musical chairs over here. We have one from Lawrence in Dover, Delaware. Says the Sixers, I believe, will get hot at the right time. I believe in Embiid. The bench needs to step up, and the backup center needs to pull his weight. Who is the backup center at this point? Because we got Dwayne Dedman.
Paul Reed.
Yeah, he had a good night the other night, but who is it?
All right. You got another one?
Yeah, we got one from Scott and Emma. Hey, guys, hope all is well. Just curious what our course of action is with Harper out an extended period of time. Is Kingery going to see him some outfield time as he appears to have leveled out his swing? Scott Kingery.
Well, okay. That's very analytical and observant.
One more.
And we got another one. You guys are cracking me up. LOL. How would you guys fix the Flyers? Because I have no clue. Joey D from Ventnor City.
Joey D.
We love Joey D. How would I fix that?
Listen.
I think it's time to move on from Chuck Fletcher.
Yeah, I agree. And we make people laugh. That's what we're here for.
I mean,
that's what we're here for. That's the locker room.
We entertain people.
We do entertain.
Is it, Brad? You've been in a lot of locker rooms.
Been in a lot
right?
of locker rooms.
Locker rooms are the greatest place in the world.
It's the greatest fraternity ever.
You can't get I brought it. By the way, I brought a picture into myself.
Yes, you did. Look at that.
Look at that. If you're looking on the YouTube channel, it's a picture of me playing quarterback at Collingswood High School.
Do they have face mask on that way back? It was way back when.
When my dad played for Skeets Irvine,
yeah,
he didn't have a face mask.
No face mask.
My dad's nose looked like it was like yes.
Were you any good? Were you a good football player?
I was okay. My brother, I'll be honest, all full disclosure.
Okay.
My brother was all Colonial Conference.
Was he better than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was all Colonial Conference. He was second team all Group 3 his junior year.
Wow. Okay.
He was destined for things, and then he blew his knee out his senior year. That sucked.
Blow your knee out. Yep.
You can't make the club in a tub. You always say.
You gotta be healthy.
Well, listen, Q, you're going to take a little bit of a respite from the show.
No, I mean, I got to go home and sleep.
I just want to give you I just want to.
Oh, you kicking me out? You fired me?
No. I just want to say we love having you.
No,
and I understand, but we just want to. I'm going
to be at the shore.
You're my football guy.
I'm going to be at the shore.
All right. Yeah, but I mean, I just want to thank you for all you've done for the show.
Thank you.
Not that you're leaving,
yeah,
but you're not going to be as regular as you'd like to be because you need your rest.
I need the shore.
You need that. You need to put your feet in the salt water, right?
Feet in the sand, and
go to Dino's, get yourself go to Blitz's Market, get yourself
Dino's and tunas. Once a week I have it.
Is that what you get? I like the cheesesteak there.
Nah, the tuna.
Plus, I go to that's a market. I go to Randazzo's or Blitz's.
I had Randazzo's last night.
Did you really?
Yeah, up in Washington Township.
Yeah, that's my two. I think that's his brother.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Flyers get rid of Chuck Fletcher. Phillies, Kingery. I mean, Kingery, it'd be good. I mean, he's got one more year of guaranteed money. Play him.
You
never know what could happen, right?
Well, let's start with what Scott from Irma asked, the first part, which is, what do you think the course of action should be with Harper out? Like, how would you set the lineup up, Billy, with Harper out?
I know when Harper comes back, I'd put him in a 2-hole.
Why?
I just think it's a good spot to have a lefty.
They've been talking about, really?
Yeah, put him in. What do you think? He was 3 last year.
I think
he was 3 last year.
Yeah, keep him at 3.
3 and 4 usually is what he hits.
I'd go.
The best hitter's at 3.
I'd go.
But Trey Turner's already the leadoff hitter, so we already know that.
Yeah, I go Trey Turner. I go right now. I guess I go with Rhys Hoskins. Then I'd go
Harper.
He's not. No, he's
not
out.
bad. Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
All right.
But they've got a lot of options, and look. What does Carlin say? I was panicking last year in June, and he's like, "Take it easy,
it's a long season.
Relax. It's a long season, Mister Calm, Cool, and Collected." I was freaking out.
Yeah, no, it's a long season.
And as far as the Sixers go, I want them to look. Anything can happen on a run, but they got to get by Milwaukee and Boston. Go ahead, Danny. What do you got?
Well, now, speaking from the Sixers standpoint as well, Jerry from Seaville chimed in, said 50-year Sixers fan watching Sixers and Mavs the other night. The score was 69-70. Then Dallas just went on a run, and the Sixers just watched and gave up. That's not championship effort.
Yeah, and I didn't like the way they came out in the second half, man.
That's not good.
They, I don't know. I just the Sixers got a lot of work to do, man.
Yeah, but I think that a guy like that texting in, we love the fact that 50-year-old fans listening to the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. But I would just remind him that was the back-to-back of 2 road games. They literally got done in Miami on Wednesday night, got on the plane, flew out to Dallas, played Thursday night, an hour behind, by the way. They changed time zones. So, I mean, you could argue that between Dallas shooting 52% from 3 that they had and the fact that they were tired, is it really not a championship effort, or they just ran out of smoke?
By the way, Jimmy Butler didn't play the other night in Miami, did he? I didn't see him. Did he play in the second game? Did he?
Yeah.
So they beat him with Jimmy Butler. I didn't even hear his name. All right, well, listen, hey, Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving became the first teammates in Mavericks franchise history to score 40 points or more in the same game. That's get Kyrie Irving down there. I mean,
it's a crazy stat.
Look, I'm wearing my Sixers shirt. I'm supporting them. I want them to go on a run, but that's the beauty of sports, Q.
Beauty of sports.
But you know what, Q? Sports is the best reality show on TV.
Yes, it is.
Right?
You can't get too high or can't get too low with it.
They keep that even
keel. All right. Been fun.
I want to thank you, Q, for all you do for the show. Of course, Angela Lee does a great job. Danny Ryan and Josh Henning, thank you so much. I'll be back at it here tomorrow. Watch the Sixers tonight. College basketball on. The Sixers against Milwaukee tonight. Tomorrow we'll be in here 10 a.m. to 12 noon. 10 a.m. to 12 noon with Mike Carlin. We'll be coming at it. Thanks for making the Locker Room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great week. Or have a great Saturday night, I should say. We'll see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Tomorrow on ESPN Radio.
Bounces it off the glass, flushed by Davis.
Both the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors are fighting for a spot in the postseason, and they go head-to-head in L.A. this weekend.
Outside Thompson for 3. It's good. Are you kidding?
The Golden State Warriors at the Los Angeles Lakers. Coverage begins tomorrow at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
It's the NBA on 97.3 ESPN.
There are so many reasons to get hooked on Church's 8-piece shrimp meal. It's dippable, crunchable, downright irresistible, and it starts at $5.99. The only catch, it's only here for a limited time. Church's Texas Chicken. Welcome to the great state of flavor.
Comedy icon Chris Rock is performing his next stand-up special live on Netflix. Selective Outrage airs tonight, Saturday, March 4th, starting with a Netflix